Hey everybody, just wanted to give you a little update on my Vulcan Strength Atlas sandbags. Since my last video, I believe that was when I got my 150-pound bag, which was the first bag that I got from Vulcan. Little update. I love it. I love it so much that I have bought a 200 and a 100. Why did I get a 100 when I've already got a 150 and can manipulate that? Well, with sandbags, it can be a good thing to warm up. It's good for your bicep tendons and all that. You hear about people all the time in strongman getting bicep tears from Atlas stones. It can happen with a sandbag too. Thankfully, I haven't had that happen. I did break my thumb in my first comp, but that's a story for another time. And I did take second, despite that. Anyway, I'd just like to say that I really like these bags. I really like the way that the Atlas bag flaps all the way over. It's like a circular disc that goes over the top. The Cerberus has a strap, or like a flap that goes over the zipper. And I also purchased a 250-pound Cerberus bag and never had that come open. I've used other Cerberus bags, I've used Rogue bags since then, and I've never had a problem with any of those. But I do really like the design of the Vulcan, where they have the flap that goes all the way over the top. So I highly recommend them. I think bang for the buck, you really can't beat it. They're cheaper than about anything out there that is of good quality. I haven't tried like a Bells of Steel or, there's always some of the other cheaper brands that are out there. I don't classify Vulcan as being in that category because a lot of their stuff is priced not like Rogue, but not Titan prices either. They're kind of a midpoint, but I would say on par with Rogue quality. Keep referencing Rogue because that's what everybody knows. So let's take a quick look at the bags. Okay, I've got a collection of 4 bags here. I actually haven't filled my 100-pound bag yet, but I did pick up this 50-pound Valor throwing bag. That's a whole different type of bag, and I'm not really going to get into that because I haven't really used it much yet. The awesome Vulcan logo here on my 150-pound bag. Right below that, you see the 200. You see the 200 is a little bit longer, obviously. And when you compare these to the Cerberus is a wider diameter bag. The Vulcan is a little bit narrower. Now, that can be a bit of a good thing or a bad thing. So just to show you like the top of the Cerberus bag, they have like this flap here. And it is a double flap. Like I said, I've never had an issue with one of these coming open, and it's very solid, very good Velcro. But I do kind of just prefer the design of the Vulcan. It just seems like, I don't know, I like that the whole top is there. It doesn't seem like it would give you any potential to get caught. Kind of a non-issue, I think, in reality, but I do prefer it. So what I was talking about the diameter of the bags, there are 2 ways that you can pick up a sandbag from the ground. You can do it a vertical pick, where the bag is standing up tall, or you can do a horizontal pick, where it is laying down. Now, I have not perfected or even tried to perfect the vertical pick. I have pretty long arms compared to the rest of my body, so a horizontal pick works pretty good for me. If you've got shorter arms, a vertical pick can work better for you, but it has to do with your body proportions and there are advantages and disadvantages to both. Now, chances are you are probably going to run into Cerberus bags in a competition. You're probably not going to run into a smaller diameter bag like the Vulcans, but if you're like me, you have the long arms, then I don't think it really matters because I'm going to be able to pick up either bag without a problem due to my arm length. If you have short arms and you know that extra diameter might hurt you when it comes to competition day, well, you might want to look for that Cerberus discount code and see if you can work a deal. They've got them out there all the time, and that's how I got my 250 bag. But just something to consider. I do feel like for certain people it could make a difference. If you're a horizontal picker and you never do vertical, doesn't really matter. Anyway, so that should wrap up my recap on the Vulcan Strength Atlas sandbags. I really like it, very high quality. After using them for a bit, they have settled a little bit. You can kind of see they're a little more floppy than they were initially with the same sand in them. That's going to happen with any bag. If you talk to people about their bags, they'll tell you, oh, I've got a Cerberus 250, but it's filled to 280, or I've got a 200-pound bag and it's 180. It's just the nature of the beast. They're gonna settle, gonna have the same amount of sand in them, but it's a soft, pliable material, and that's what's gonna happen. Not soft as in weak, but anyway, and some people would argue that having a floppy sandbag will better prepare you for a competition. A floppier sandbag is harder, and that is definitely something that can happen in competition. You want to be more prepared for the more difficult situations. That being said, I consider this to be normal. I don't think it's out of the ordinary. I think it's what you would expect out of any brand of sandbag. So, again, I give Vulcan 2 thumbs up, even though this one doesn't go up quite all the way yet. But if you're considering the Vulcan, I think it's a solid option. You can't beat it for the price, and the shipping is super fast. So, highly recommend.